Hey, this is Chris from Alestorm, and you're listening to metalstorm.net.
Cool. Now, and maybe I'm gonna win a prize or something for asking this first. Why the pirate theme?
Are you doing this deliberately?
I am.
Are you just here to make my day misery?
Yes, I am. Be frank.
Who's he? He's a pirate. No, well, you know, pirates are really great in bed, and we're really great.
Speaking from experience.
No, I mean, no, I'm still a virgin. I don't know why pirates. You gotta think about something. Better that than butterflies.
Or dragons. Dragon.
Well, that comes next.
What country, in your opinion, are the fans that appreciate your music the most?
It's I think it's always the countries that we never really get to play, like all these silly places. Like we played, like say, like from Mexico. That was always insane. Russia. I mean, that, like Australia, New Zealand, all these really far off places. Because like, you know, America and like Central Europe, they're spoiled for gigs. You know, it's the bands come through all the time. Like, this is our third tour of here in 18 months. You know, we come every 6 months now.
That was my next question. Damn.
Well, I'm just preempting you. So yeah, it's when it's really special. I think that's when people enjoy it the most.
Now this is the third time.
Yeah, third time.
You've been over here. Most overseas bands only tour twice. Is it just because you love us so much, or you couldn't pass up the opportunity to tour with Epica?
So, yeah, it was mostly it's because, you know, Epica's a big band here. You know, it was an opportunity to play bigger venues than we've ever played over here. Like, you know, it's always like one step up from what we've been doing before. So it's, you know, you can't say no to that. So yeah, it's been good.
Cool. You're also going to headline Pagan Fest for the first time in Europe.
This is our plan, yes.
So
finally becoming a headlining band.
Yeah. Why the hell did it take that long?
I don't know. It's we get bad press. Everyone, all the press thinks that no one likes us, and no one bothers booking us for shows. So it's all your fault.
It's my fault.
It's your fault. If it wasn't for you, we'd be headlining Pagan Fest years ago.
Speaking of tours, I have seen you opening for all kinds of bands. In your opinion, what is the pros and cons touring with bands that might not be in tune with the pirate theme?
Well, I mean, it's always good to expose yourself to a new market. There are I love exposing myself in marketplaces.
This is a family show. Do not expose yourself.
But you know, because like when you do all these, you know, pagan folky tours, people know who we are. I mean, they have a great time because people know who we are. They're here to see us. Everyone gets drunk and has a party. But you don't really make any new fans. It's, you know, you have to be living under a rock to, you know, like folk metal and not know who Alestorm is, to be honest, these days. So, but when we play these sort of tours, it's so unprofessional.
Yeah.
Like when we play these sort of tours, there's a lot of people who are not into this whole scene at all. Like they just like, you know, lassies in corsets warbling. You know, I'm not a lassie and I don't look good in a corset, so it's a different scene.
We just haven't found one in your size yet. That's the problem.
We'll find.
Need to get you measured. So
I'll give you measures on. Maybe I will be wearing a corset by the end of this tour.
Well, you heard it here first. You are gonna record your first ever live DVD in Australia. Why Australia, not
Just because we can.
because you have
Most bands they record it somewhere boring, like, you know, somewhere that, you know, it's a safe place, you know, somewhere in Europe where we've got all this infrastructure and it's easy. But but for us, Australia, we always get a massive response. Like I was saying, this will be our third time touring there, and I think it's going to be interesting because, you know, like I say, no one does it there, so no one's ever seen like a DVD of a metal band touring Australia before, because it is way different. Like, you don't get tour buses. There's none of this. It's like,
is it like in Europe with the buses?
no, it's nothing like that. There are no buses at all. You fly between every single gig. So it's after you play a show, you get pissed, you fall into your bed in your hotel at 4 AM, you wake up like literally an hour later, then get shot to an airport. You fly 5 hours across the country, feeling like death, trying to catch as much sleep as you can, and then you get to the next venue and you do it all over again. It's nothing like anywhere else in the world, really.
So on your DVD will also be behind the scenes
Yeah,
stuff?
there'll be lots of footage of us vomiting and sleeping.
Okay, you have now a just dedicated keyboardist.
Hello.
You just didn't cut it anymore, or you wanted to have something new?
This is
or?
Elliot, by the way. He started playing with us last September the 30th, 2011.
Over a year now.
Over a year now. Over a year.
Say hi, Elliot.
Hello.
And so, yeah, I mean, there's some of our songs, like, as we write more and more songs, our music's getting much more adventurous and ridiculous and over the top, and like much more layers and things going on. And frankly, you know, when I'm singing, you know, I've got this guitar. I only really use one hand at a time. The other hand's too busy kind of doing this and pointing at hot girls. And so, but with the addition of Elliot, there's like 2 more hands for playing with.
One more hand. I'm pointing at hot girls as well.
So if neither of you pointed at hot girls, we just need one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really helps fill out the sound, and you know, we sound a lot more epic. And yeah, because we're not a band that we don't like playing with backing tracks. You know, everything we do is live. Like so many bands these days, everything we do is live. So
It's the unpredictableness of it.
yeah, it's nice being able to, like, for example, if the show's running late, we play a song twice as fast as normal. And we can do that if we want. Like, we don't have to go, sorry guys, time to reprogram the backing tracks. It's just we just do it, and it's I like that.
And speaking of tracks, you guys all live in different parts of Europe. So how does a typical Alestorm song come to life? Is it like Pro Tools and Skype and Dropbox, or?
Yeah, mostly I just sit with a copy of Guitar Pro on my laptop like this and just type away. And yeah, I write most of the songs myself.
So you are the guy, and the other two have to do what you write?
They just turn up and play. But see, we write the songs, we go into the studio. No, Gareth, I value your contributions greatly. That's all I needed to do. We go to the studio, we record the songs, then we learn how to play them. Like, I mean, the songs we've started playing recently, and you know, before we added them to their set, I had no idea how to play them. I'd never tried, because it was all written on a computer by typing and keyboards and things. There's nothing musical about it, but we find a way to make it work.
So on average, how long do you spend in the studio?
I mean, actually in the studio it's about 4 weeks to do an album. Maybe a couple extra for like mastering and all that fancy stuff that is nothing to do with us. But the writing process can take a very long time. We've still not started writing the next one yet. Probably should. It would be nice to release another album, like maybe May 2014. I think that's a good time for albums.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me. It's got a nice ring to it.
Lyrical content.
It's mostly stupid crap. Like, I know we're supposed to sing about pirates, but you know, you can take any song, any lyrical idea, and just say, yeah, and the guy in this song, he's got a wooden leg and an eye patch. You know, so
And it works.
yeah, we can have a song about working in Burger King, you know, but it's a pirate working in Burger King. Instant classic, you know.
Will you ever change your style from pirate metal to power metal?
I never quite know what direction we want to take this in. Like, sometimes we kind of go in a really kind of, some of our songs go really far towards this sort of symphonic power metal direction. Some of the stuff goes to really kind of traditional sounding folk metal. I'm not sure where we want to go with this, so I think we're going to go somewhere else entirely. I want to have like surf rock influences on the next album.
There you go.
Everything weird, everything like, we don't want to get stuck in some genre. Like, we're getting sick of the whole folk thing. And the power metal thing as well, it's getting old. So, you know, we'll try something else. It'll still sound like Alestorm.
You guys played 70,000 tons of metal this year. Give bands advice how to survive with the partying on a cruise.
Drink everything. Drink cocktails. Don't drink beer. Beer's bad for you, and it's overpriced. You can get a lot more drunk for your money if you just buy like margaritas and things, and daiquiris. Because I mean, the beer. Who likes beer? Especially if you're in the Caribbean, in the middle of summer or whatever you call it. So they don't really have summer there. It's just always nice. If you're drinking beer, there's something wrong with you. Just go for something that's on fire with ice cream in it, and then just drink it, and then drink some more, and then yeah. Try and stay alive for 4 days.
if you would get offered, would you do it again?
Yes. Yes, we would.
Yep. What's next for Alestorm after this tour?
After this tour, it is this trip to Australia.
Well, we knew that, so...
Yeah, we fly out
We're
on
going.
January 15th or something, and we're there for like a week and a half, and then we come home, and then of course it's pagan festing, and then more tours, then it's summer, then it's festivals, then we'll probably come back here again.
Another time?
Of course!
A fourth time,
Well,
dude!
it'll be like, we'll come back maybe a year from now, just under a year from now. So we're trying to tour less, because we don't want people getting sick.
You get older now?
No, it's just, we could happily tour every day, but people would get bored of us.
Last words to your fans?
Eat Scottish beef. Right, thanks.